Hi all, I'm doing a quick video. It's time for dinner and I need to make some food. So I'm going to try to make it within less than 15 minutes and I figure you guys can always come with me. I have here, I should have taken it out the night before, some frozen chicken. That's okay. It's 2 chicken breasts, so it's 1 pound of chicken. I have some garbanzo beans here, 1 pint that I've canned. I have some frozen brown rice that I've cooked. Some potatoes that I've canned, 1 quart, and I'm planning on jazzing it up by using some good old curry. So let's go ahead and get started and let's make some great food. Okay, I'm going to start off by doing my chicken, and I'm going to set the timer. I'm going to give myself 15 minutes, but I'm hoping it'll be sooner. Right here I have some green beans that I had cooked before, and this is the green bean juice. There's a little bit of green beans in it, but a majority of it is the juice from the green beans. Instead of using this, you can of course use stock, or you could even use water. And this is roughly around 2 cups, I think. So I'm just opening it up, and this is straight from frozen. I haven't even defrosted this. I'm just taking it out. To make it even a little easier, I could have defrosted it for a little bit to get it out, but this is fine. You see how it's just coming right on out. There we go. And then here I have my frozen chicken, my grab-and-go chicken. I'm going to go and open this on up and put this on in as well. And a lot of times I would nuke it inside of my microwave, but since I'm putting it inside of my pressure cooker, and follow your specific instructions for your canner, I put, for my specific canner, I only had to put in basically half a cup. Or 1 cup. I think I put in 1 cup of juice, because remember this right here is liquid, so it's going to melt too. I just wanted to start it off with some liquid. So that's done there. Let me go ahead and get the lid, and we're going to close it up and bring it to pressure, and I'm going to let it go for around 5 minutes. Alright, here's my brown rice. Can't see it very well. Let me scoot the camera on over. Here's my brown rice. It's frozen. I'm going to go ahead and pop this inside the oven. If it's not inside of a freezer bag or a microwavable bag like this one, go ahead and open it up and take it out and then put it inside of a container. But since this is a microwavable bag, I'm just going to put it inside of the microwave for 2 minutes, which will break it up a little bit, and then I'm going to put it in a container. Alright, it just came out of the microwave, and move it back. It's not cooked all the way. Well, the rice is already cooked, but it's not frozen anymore. You see how it's bending. So I'm going to go ahead and put it inside of my container. And I've already cut a hole in it. I just cut a hole in it to get it out. There we go. And you can break up the pieces if you want to, because don't worry, it's all going to get there. The only thing you're doing is defrosting, because remember, this is brown rice has already been cooked. Alright, that's good enough. It's fine. It'll break up as it cooks. And then I'm going to put it inside of the microwave for 4 minutes. And this is equivalent to 4 cups of brown rice. Maybe a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little bit of water, cut the sink on. I'm going to get my hand under the sink and have a little bit of water in it. And it's going to trickle out. You're not putting a whole bunch in. And I'm going to let it kind of come off, and then I'm just going to fling it, 2 flings like that of liquid in it. And then I'm going to put it right in the microwave, covered. With a lid, not sealed tight. I'm just going to put a lid on it. This lid doesn't fit it. I don't know where the other one is right now, so I just grabbed a lid. I'm just going to place it on it so it still can be able to breathe. You don't want to seal it up, but you still want it to be able to breathe. So let me go ahead and do that. Now while that's going, I'm planning on making I want to make the gravy thicker. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with the flour first. And normally I don't measure, because you don't have to measure this. But I'm putting in a hefty tablespoon in. I think I'm going to put in 2 hefty tablespoons. And I'm just going to keep pouring liquid into it until I can make like a little paste. And you add as much as you want to thicken it up. So when you get better at cooking, if this is your first time doing it, you'll kind of get an idea, the more you do it, of how much you normally put in. On how thick you normally make your sauces. That in the background is my rice, so my rice is done. So this is good. 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 because I'm planning on making it a lot more. So I'm going to put some more in. And I'm going to put a little bit of water in. You see, you're just making a paste out of it. And you do it this way so you won't have as many lumps. What you could do is actually do this inside of your Vitamix. That'd be really quick. Instead of doing this mixing action, it whips it up for you. Easy. Cut that down. So that's perfect. No lumps or nothing like there. This is easily gonna, when I put it inside, it's gonna make my food thicker. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit more. The cool thing is when you put this in, you're gonna have to make sure, I'm gonna have to cut that down. Let me just say this first. Make sure that you, no lumps. Alright, as far as bringing it to pressure, I let it go for 8 minutes. And after it went to 8 minutes, it went ahead and thawed out. You can see this is the green bean juice, and you can still see some of the green beans in there. I'm going to go ahead and take out this thing right here. You see it's not a part of it. That is just a separator so that the meat won't actually touch, or the food won't actually touch the bottom, so it won't burn. So I'm going to go ahead and take that out, and I'm going to take the meat out, and I'm going to go ahead and thicken up the gravy, or thicken up the juice. And also going to put, you can put some water in it. I don't have any stock on me right now. Excuse me. So I'm just going to use water this time. Put more water in it. Maybe around 2 cups. It depends on however. There's no specific number to how much you want to put in. It just depends on how much juice you want. I'm feeding a family 9, so I think I'm going to maybe put in like 4 cups of water. And then I'm going to thicken it up with the thickener that I have here. I'm going to go ahead and put it in. And you can see it's like a little paste. Let me see. You see? A little paste. It's just flour and water. So we'll be back. And before I thicken it up, before I put in the extra water, I'm just going to go ahead and thicken up this sauce right here. And then I'm going to put more water in it. And like I was saying, as far as when you've been cooking and you've been doing this, you'll kind of know just how much you want to put in. So I'm just going to pour this on in here. And I already had pretty much an idea. And the cool thing about this is if you underestimate, you can always fix it. You either add more flour or you add more liquid. Add more flour if it's still not thick enough. Add more liquid if it's too thick. So I have it on high right now because I want it to hurry up and thicken up. And then as it thickens, I'm going to add in more, I'm going to add in more liquid. So soon it'll start bubbling. I'm going to give it 2 minutes. We'll be back. It hasn't even been 30 seconds and already it's thickening up and it's already start bubbling. I'm going to let it thicken a little bit more. Well, it's already bubbling. So I think I'm just going to add in a little liquid. And I'm just adding it in. I'm not measuring it. I'm just going to add some in. And I'm going to mix, and then I'm going to let it thicken, and then I'm going to put a little bit more in. Give it around 3 minutes. Alright, it's been about 2 minutes. I'm going to add in more. And remember, you stop when it's where you want it to be. And then this is when you get it the way you want it to be, that's when you're going to add in more of the spices. You can go ahead and add in your salt, pepper, get it the way you want it. Season the way you want it. So I added more, and I have a lot of meat. What I'm doing in the process while I'm waiting is I'm cutting up the meat in little squares. You'll see it when I put it in. And then I also have my garbanzo beans here, and I'm serving it over rice, but you also could serve it over noodles or anything you want to, quinoa or any of that stuff. And I have the potatoes here. I think I'm going to omit the potatoes. I'm going to save it. Why not? We don't need it. I'm going to leave it out this round. So I'm going to put some of these beans in as well. But you see it's already starting to simmer. And I'm cooking on high, but remember I'm right here because I want it to, you know, start bubbling a little sooner, which it is. And I think I'm going to put a little bit more water in it. And I may even decide I want to put more flour in it. And remember, if I want to do more flour, I'll just do the same thing. I'll start all over again with flour and then just add a little water and make a paste out of it. But that's the gist of it. You see it's already starting to move and it's getting ready. And I'm looking at the chicken that I have, and I have a lot of chicken. So I think I'm going to put a little more flour in it. And the trick about this is whenever you do use flour and you put inside of your gravy, you have to make sure that you give it like 3 to 4 minutes or 5 minutes to cook a little bit so it won't have that flour taste. See, it's already starting to go, which is great. But I want it thicker, so I've already started, and this time I didn't measure. I just went ahead and poured in some flour, mixing it up. And I'm going to thicken this even more because I'm going to put in even more water. See, that's a good little boil. I like that. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm making it more. Because remember, I'm feeding a family of 9. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this in. And it's going to thicken up even more, which is what I want. And I'm going to put some water in it. Instead of waiting on it, I'm just going to go ahead and put the water in. Because when you're eating the food and you're putting it over the rice, it really tastes good whenever you can have a lot of liquid. So I want to have a lot of liquid. Make more food out of what you got. So we'll be back.